Hello and welcome Universe Mode. This is Saturday Night Smackdown. We were close. We're getting there again. Almost sorted out. Anyway, yes, on tonight's episode of Smackdown here in Boston, Massachusetts, it is all about one man. It is all about one legacy. Is what we should be saying after Money in the Bank, but all eyes have gone to someone else as well, and that someone else makes his return to Smackdown right now. That is Kyle O'Reilly, who finally broke his silence, finally showed up again after what transpired all that time ago at WrestleMania. No longer did he want to stay in the background. Once Bobby Fish made it to that historic 365-day marker, Kyle O'Reilly was right in the thick of it and stating and showing his desire to challenge for that WWE Championship and to take away Bobby Fish from that title once and for all. But that is not all that is going on here tonight on this episode of SmackDown. In your main event, the cleaner Kenny Omega will go one-on-one with the Intercontinental Champion Shinsuke Nakamura for that Intercontinental title. Omega may have fallen short of Money in the Bank and may have been unable to hold on to that briefcase, but can he salvage something from this week and become the Intercontinental Champion? We'll find out. SmackDown's ready to get underway, so let's start things off with Kyle O'Reilly against Damien Sandow. I hope Boston is ready for a big show, because that is exactly what SmackDown promises to deliver here tonight. First out is, of course, the intellectual savior of dem asses, Damien Sandow. He's impressed in the past on SmackDown, and really a huge opportunity being handed down to Sandow as well. And the fact that he is getting to go one-on-one with the man who's making his return. I mean, this is a huge moment for the SmackDown roster. It was a huge moment at Money in the Bank. There was concerns even after what O'Reilly did that Mr. Money in the Bank, Jinder Mahal, was going to cash in and take that WWE Championship. Of course, as we saw, he didn't, but Fish was left in a worrisome moment. But it certainly seems as if it is not Mahal who Fish has to worry about, but rather this man, the man set to finally make his return. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back Kyle O'Reilly. Once again, with a Red Dragon shirt on, illustrating just how personal the problems between himself and Bobby Fish are. A team that traveled the world together. A team that was always by each other's side. A team like a brotherhood until almost 2 years ago, when Fish stabbed O'Reilly in the back, and ever since that day he has bragged up what he did. He claims to, try and put him behind him, to focus away from O'Reilly. We know that's not the case. We know that Fish and O'Reilly will always have that level of unfinished business to them. And here, now finally, O'Reilly is here, and O'Reilly looks set to try and get somewhere towards ending that unfinished business. Sandow may not be the opponent he wanted, but he's the opponent he has got to kick things off on SmackDown. Don't want to talk over O'Reilly too much, but coming up for you here tonight, we've got, after this tag team action, is going to be a randomly thrown together team. Kalisto and Ramon going to take on the Ascension. I assume the SmackDown committee has put this in place just so it's the Ascension being able to build up ahead of their tag team title matchup next week against the Revival. That should be an interesting one to say the least, but of course that is next week. That is not right now. Then following up from that, Jay Lethal and Ricochet are going to go one-on-one against each other in what should be an incredible matchup. Very much so. Looking forward to that one. I think that one's going to be an incredible back-and-forth contest, and truly two men who do respect what goes on between those ropes going up against each other. Then we're going to go to the women's division. Women's action. Summer Rae going to take on the newly debuting the SmackDown. A huge signing for the SmackDown roster. Former women's champion Becky Lynch. After a troubling time on Raw following the loss of her women's championship, and especially ever since the arrival of Paige to the Bullet Club, has really put that division in jeopardy in their mind, saved it in reality. Becky Lynch was traded away by Dauro Ranallo. And now she is here on SmackDown, looking to try and find some success to her name. And then for our main event, Intercontinental Championship, up for grabs, Omega, Shinsuke Nakamura. And in the process of running through the match card, I was told that at some point through the night, we will hear from the man who made history a few nights ago at Money in the Bank. We will hear from Bobby Fish. So be sure to keep your eye out for that. But what strength by O'Reilly that was there as he delivered that deadlift belly-to-belly suplex there. Held him in midair as well. And now O'Reilly thundering away with the kicks onto Damien Sandow. Spin kick in the chest. Down goes Sandow. And he's looking in big trouble already. O'Reilly into a cross-arm breaker here. Going to try and force a submission upon his return. Hasn't done much work on the arm of Sandow. So it was always going to be a difficult one to try and achieve that. Sandow forces his way out there. And he's back up to his feet. Punch to the face there, but it's a counter by O'Reilly. It's a counter back by Sandow, though. Both these men getting off to interesting starts here. Countering each other a little bit back and forth. I would argue this has been O'Reilly's match, though, far more than it's been Sandow's. But Damien Sandow proving why he should not be overlooked at all. As he goes after the former WWE Tag Team Champion here. Russian leg sweep now. What's next in Sandow's mind? Nothing, because O'Reilly pulls out a reversal. And here's the strength of it again. That overhead belly to belly by O'Reilly connects on the money again. Beautiful work, and he goes right to the leg again. Saying the word again too many times. And I said it again. Anyway. O'Reilly now, what's he going to look for? Spin him round. He's got the leg hooked here for an exploder suplex. There it is. There's the bridge as well on Sandow for the win. He secures it. O'Reilly with a huge return there. Quite an emphatic return as well. Welcome back, Kyle O'Reilly to SmackDown. And O'Reilly helping to prove that should get him one step closer to the WWE Champion. One step closer to this man. Bobby Fish wasting no time to get his hands on Kyle O'Reilly. The man who just surpassed 365 days as WWE Champion, and he's going right back after his arch rival. Right back after a man who used to be his best friend. That does not make a difference to Bobby Fish anymore. What makes a difference to him now is getting rid of O'Reilly once and for all. He thought he did it at Mania, but he was wrong. It still lives on here. O'Reilly still lives on SmackDown. Fish with a tilt-a-whirl DDT there. And O'Reilly in big, big trouble right now. It's been thrown around here by Bobby Fish time and time again. O'Reilly trying his hardest here to get something going, but Fish is going to look for the fish hook. Fish is going to look to flatten down O'Reilly. There it is. Fish hook. And a stomp of disrespect for good measure. Welcome back to SmackDown, Bobby Fish style. Bobby Fish did more than enough to send his message to O'Reilly there and clearly call it for the Dangerous Alliance, but O'Reilly still got fight left in him. Kyle O'Reilly will not stay down right now, fighting back against his arch nemesis, but here come the Dangerous Alliance. Reigns and Henry in to be the difference makers right now and putting the boots onto Kyle O'Reilly. Hardly the welcoming back party that O'Reilly wanted. Even at the very last moment, Kyle O'Reilly would not go down without a fight, and you've got to commend that about him. His never say die attitude. Always trying to go until the very end. That is what makes Kylo okay. Well, looks like I'll be continuing my point on in a moment, because the Ascension is certainly not interested in sitting through any entrances. Certainly not interested in waiting in the back. Here goes the Ascension onto Razor Ramon. That is why you do not enter alone against the Ascension. Kalisto going to have to come to the rescue here of his tag team partner for the night. But it certainly seems as if right now Victor is having his way. I mean, look, they still have the pyro thing there. Well, they go to that one fairly quick, but bell rings are underway. Ramon and Victor are going to be the ones starting this one off. Kalisto just a little bit late on the save. And he's a little bit late coming towards the ring, to be fair. He's still not there. Ramon having to fight in his jacket right now to get this underway. But what I was going to say was something, because I got distracted by a burp. Oh yeah, the fight in O'Reilly. The fact that even in that last moment he wouldn't stay down. Even after a fish hook, O'Reilly cannot stay down. To Bobby Fish, it just shows the hatred between the two. It just shows the bitter animosity that those two men have with one another. And I feel as if SummerSlam, if it wants to be that huge pay-per-view it always claims itself to be, what better way to make it a huge pay-per-view than to have those two go at it once again. Yes, O'Reilly has not beaten Fish ever since Red Dragon has split up. But still, with the heart and desire that O'Reilly showed here tonight, not only in his match against Sandow, but in the attempt to fight back against Bobby Fish, you've got to commend him at least. And to be fair, if it were not for the Dangerous Alliance, if it were not for Henry and Reigns making the save there, could O'Reilly have fought back against Bobby Fish? It's possible. It's more than possible. But, I mean, we'll just have to wait and see. We're still got to hear from Bobby Fish. He's still not, he was supposed to have his promo there, but he decided against it, and we'll have to wait until later in the night to hear from him. Right now, though, the Ascension all over Razor Ramon right now. Might want to wish his Kalisto, though, but maybe he would be too quick for Connor to try and get his hands on. But still, Razor Ramon, a very powerful man. Choke slam now by Razor to send Connor down to the ground. Huge turning point maybe in this matchup. Imagine how embarrassing it would be for the Ascension if they lost. And there's the brain that Connor brings to the operation. There's a quick counter, and I think we're already on our way to the end of this matchup. Not a surprise, really. Ramon and Kalisto hardly seen around here, and right now they're getting walked over. Fall of man! Once more, a dominating display by the Ascension. Kalisto didn't even get in the matchup, and with a count of 2 and 3, the Ascension walk over this team and are your winners. Is this sufficient momentum to spur them into next week and to give them those WWE Tag Team titles? We don't really know. We don't really know, to be fair, but what we can say is a win regardless. And that is something the Ascension are more than good at. More than capable of getting as well. Well, that being said, the Ascension, your winners. Will they be your Tag Team Champions next week? We'll just have to wait and find out. That being said, we're already going to move on to our next contest now. No Bobby Fish yet, so we are going to move on to our next contest. Jay Lethal against Ricochet. I've just received word backstage that Kyle O'Reilly's up to his feet. He's all good, he's fine. And he's demanding a matchup against a member of the Dangerous Alliance. He knows he can't get the Fish just yet. But he wants Reigns, he wants Henry. He doesn't care which one he has to take. He will fight one of them. It is no longer a bit of fun and games, really, for Kyle O'Reilly. It is no longer time to say he's going to fight his hardest. O'Reilly is here now to end it. Fish has been able to control him for nearly 2 years. O'Reilly says no more. From this day on, Kyle O'Reilly says, It is time. It is time to finish what he created. He is the reason Bobby Fish is the man and the champion he is today. And Kyle O'Reilly has promised that if anyone is going to end it, it's not going to be Shinsuke Nakamura. It's not going to be CM Punk. It's not going to be Kevin Owens. It's not going to be Brock Lesnar. It's going to be Kyle O'Reilly, and he's going to do it at SummerSlam. We'll wait to hear about Bobby Fish's comments in regards to that. As for right now, Jay Lethal heading towards the ring to do battle against Ricochet. I want to talk about Kevin Owens, of course. Ricochet, a member of the Future Shock faction led by Kevin Owens, the group that, of course, Owens says is going to be the future of SmackDown. Currently, they're not proving their worth in that aspect. They are struggling to get the wins when it matters. I think Owens should be disappointed in the fact that neither guy was able to represent in Money in the Bank either. Matter of fact, they weren't even chosen to have a Money in the Bank qualification match. This man was at the Great American Bash. He was defeated by Rusev, but he still had a Money in the Bank qualification match, and that is something that Ricochet and Kota Ibushi will want to turn around fast. If they want to prove that they deserve their namesake, if they deserve that tagline of being the future of SmackDown. So, we'll see what Ricochet can do here tonight. We know he's a great competitor, former Cruiserweight Champion, as Prince Puma, when he was under that persona, but now as Ricochet, runner-up in the Cruiserweight Classic, he's done a lot already. And, yeah, I mean, all the more for him to try and succeed here. All the more for him to try and get a victory here, try and impress Kevin Owens against a very tough opponent in Jay Lethal. Longest reigning United States Champion of all time. Former Cruiserweight Champion in his own right. Lethal's done quite a bit in this universe. So he is no slouch, even if since arriving to SmackDown from Raw, he has not had the best success as of yet. This one gets underway here. Both men just kind of catching their bearings, pacing around the ring at one another. And now we get underway. Both these men have access to good power moves and high-flying offense as well. Lethal, though, kind of the guy to keep it more technical based and on the ground, as opposed to Ricochet, who of course relies on a lot of high-flying offense, as seen by his 630 splash. Let's see what will happen here, though. Lethal right now, not off to the best of starts against Ricochet, who of course has been honed in a little by Kevin Owens, taught how to make a success in this universe. How to, you know, work around an opponent, and what better way to be taunted by a four-time WWE Champion, former Intercontinental Champion, and Mr. Money in the Bank as well, Kevin Owens. Another man who has done so much in this universe. Oh, what an uppercut there, though, by Jay Lethal. Certainly not messing around right now. Is Lethal going right to work? Or at least trying to on Ricochet, but he's making his life difficult for him. Spinny leg drop there. And right now, Lethal in trouble on the mat, and Ricochet has kept this match on the mat as well. Not too focused on the high-flying aspect right now. Ricochet keeping it calm and normal. Shining Wizard there, though. Cracked Lethal right on the back of the head, and the self-professed greatest first-generation wrestler that ever lived, that is alive today, or has ever lived, or whatever it is, taking a breather on the outside. And, oh, use it to get momentum there. Use it to good advantage as he catches Ricochet with a bicycle kick now and sends him down with a back suplex. Here goes Lethal to the top rope. What will we see from up high? Well, it's not going to be anything spectacular maybe, because Ricochet's up to his feet. Oh, top rope guillotine leg drop there, and right into the cover goes Jay Lethal. Early 1 count. This matchup still more than alive, and look at how quick Ricochet is to get back up to his feet as well. And Jay Lethal got to commend that. Wanted to go right back into battle. Oh, big drop kick though in the back, and we'll see what Lethal's going to go to work on. Will he go to work? I mean, primarily he needs to work on the head and the neck, obviously, for the lethal injection. But Lethal can work in a wide variety of ways should he choose so. Nice Death Valley driver, and now we're going to see here we go, going to work on the neck. Ricochet's foot there under the ropes. Referee calls for the break, fair enough. And now Ricochet, the one able to use that rope break to his advantage. No, it's Lethal who's also able to pull out the advantage from it. Good counter. And now from behind, reverse DDT. Ricochet down on the mat, and this could be an opening for Jay Lethal now. He's up high. Fingers up in the air. Elbow drop. No. Oh, headbutt by Lethal. Putting caution to the wind there as he nailed that headbutt on the Ricochet. And here goes that. Oh, what a super kick. Ricochet falling to the ground, tumbling really from the impact of it, but it's only a 2 count. Ricochet powering that shoulder out there. Good counter there. Back and forth between both men now. Here goes Ricochet on the attack now. Had his fair share of taking offense. Now he wants to go on the fight himself. Going to work on the leg there. Lovely shooting star press as well. Standing variation of it, and cracked right in the head though by that kick. Here goes Jay Lethal with a DDT. And the blood now dripping down the face of Ricochet. Perhaps worrying times for Ricochet as another headbutt's on its way. Oh, he connects with it as well. Jay Lethal isn't going to be someone who's going to see that blood and just let it be. He's going to take advantage of it. He's going to pounce on it. And he's doing that right now with that open wound. Ricochet in trouble now, but he's still fighting on here. Sends him for a ride once more. Tilt-a-whirl. Reverse DDT. Great speed being shown there. The blood still dripping down Ricochet's face, but it's not going to let him stop him. Up high now goes Ricochet for the 630 splash. A human highlight reel. What a maneuver there. What incredible athleticism as Ricochet jumps into the cover. And with 1, 2, and oh no, Jay Lethal kicks out at 2. This matchup continues on, but Ricochet is right back up to the top, pulling himself up now. Has he got another one in him? No. Oh, went for a corkscrew moonsault. Lethal rolls out of the way. And look at how Lethal tries to capitalize there. Rolls him up, but rolled him straight into those ropes, unfortunately for him. Everything's still looking good though. Lethal staying calm in the moment and can turn this match back into his favour. What a spine buster there. Lethal jumps into the cover right after, hoping it's enough to put away Ricochet. There's 2, and it's not going to be. Ricochet still fighting on. Jay Lethal now got to think, what does he have to do here to get the victory? What more can he give to this match? If you can tell, he's a little bit hunched over in the moment there. He's feeling worn out from the fight he's had to give Ricochet, and the fight Ricochet has given him. Lethal gonna go up high once more. Will it be another headbutt, or does he have something else in mind? Looks like it's gonna be another headbutt, and he gets it. Once more, Lethal jumps into the cover to try and end this one. There's 2, and oh my goodness. I think it was just exhaustion. I think it was just too much. Lethal played a smart game there against Ricochet and pulled out the win. I thought Ricochet towards the end there was actually going to be able to pull it off. I thought he had enough to pull it out of the bag, but seems not. Jay Lethal, your winner in this one. A little bit of a shocking win as well, all things considered, but once more, Future Shock dealt another blow. As Jay Lethal, your winner here. This can help him on a quest towards something. This can help him towards more success on SmackDown, maybe. Good win for Lethal. And now, it's back to the drawing board. What does Kevin Owens have to do to find some level of success within Future Shock? I honestly don't know. Right now, Owens must be feeling disappointed because it's looking more and more like a failed project with every day that passes. We'll see what's going to happen in regards to him now. We're not hearing from Bobby Fish yet. We know when we're going to hear from him then. That'll probably be before the main event. So as of right now, let's move on. Summer Rae against making her debut on SmackDown, Becky Lynch. One thing that is always important to remember, and I iterate this every time I see her, is Summer Rae is once again, like Jay Lethal, no pushover at all. Summer Rae back some time ago was a very, very, very worrisome competitor. She was a former, I think she was a 2-time Divas champion. That was the belt she held. I think it was 2-time, to the best of my knowledge. May have only been 1 time, I'm not 100% sure on that one, but whatever. Her reign was a good one. And she proved that she's not just a pretty face. She proved that she is a tough fighter. However, since the women have come back to this universe, she's struggled to find that momentum to her. She struggled to find that level of success. And I think that may have somewhat damaged her momentum, somewhat caused her some problems maybe. She's been on SmackDown since the return of the women, and she has just not found it. She's not been able to break into the division like some like Sasha Banks have, like some like Bayley have done ever since she got drafted over. But now, here comes another woman. who Summer Rae may have to sit behind in the rankings. Becky Lynch on SmackDown is a wonderful sight to see her as well. The last kicker who brought so much to this women's division when it came back. The face of it upon its return was the women's champion for a very entertaining 4 months. Went all the way to WrestleMania with the belt before she was defeated by the current SmackDown Women's Champion, Winter. And what more fitting would it be than for Becky Lynch to get right through the SmackDown talent, get right through everyone, and go face to face with Winter in a rematch at SummerSlam. I think that would be just right, if you ask me. But first things first, she's got to try and get through Summer Rae here tonight. She's got to try and show that her SmackDown career is going to get off to a good start. And prove it against a former Divas champion will do just the trick. Good counter there by Becky Lynch as we get things underway. Keeping it simple right there. Forearm shots and going to work on the arm. No surprise there that she's going to do that. Of course, she needs to in order to lock in that disarmer and force the tap out of Summer Rae. It's been, like I said, ever since WrestleMania, it was not the greatest road that Becky Lynch had to travel down. She struggled in some aspects. She was getting wins on Raws, and she picked up a win over Paige at a pay-per-view. I'll give her credit for that. But when the title was around, when the title was on the line, as we saw it over the limit, she could not get it done. And I think that is what damaged Becky Lynch more than anything. To lose the title at WrestleMania is a huge thing to bounce back from. And I still don't think Becky Lynch has managed it. And I don't mean that as disrespect to Lynch. I think Lynch is one of the greatest women's competitors, one of the greatest women's wrestlers in the world today. But at the same time, a loss at WrestleMania, and especially for a championship, can hurt you. And I think that is exactly what it's done for Becky Lynch. And because it was her first Mania as well, and because she had done so much to try and hold off against Winter, she had done so much as well to fly the Women's Championship high and to prove that the women are a force to be reckoned with in this universe. She feels like she let herself down, I would assume. And right now she's trying to prove that's all in the past, maybe, against Summer Rae. Huge explosive start by Becky Lynch. It was a Bexplex. Going to work on the arm again. You could tell she was thinking about that disarmer for a second, but decided in her best interest to not go for it. Perhaps decided that she's not worn down Summer just enough yet. Arm drag there, and once more on the arm. Very nicely done. Look at the strength now being demonstrated by Lynch. Oh! Capture suplex there with the arm with the leg locked in from up high now. Oh, what a leg drop. Beautiful stuff being orchestrated right now by Lynch. And oh, Summer, though, able to read ahead of the game, but only temporary. Got out of the way of the leg drop, but did not get out of the way of that drop kick. Can Becky Lynch capitalize here? Took a quick moment there to catch her breath. She's been off to an explosive start, and here she goes, stitching it in. Dead center, middle of the ring. Has she done enough to force a submission? Disarmer locked in. Will Summer tap? Will Summer Rae be forced to submit? Can Becky Lynch get her SmackDown career off the way she wanted it to? The longer Summer spends in this, the more damage she's going to do to her arm. But Becky doesn't mind. Never mind. Summer forces her way out there and is able to take Becky Lynch down now. Yanking on the hair of the former women's champion. And now, what does Becky do? She gets a quick reversal out, is what she does actually, and goes right back to work. Fair play to Becky. She is getting off to one hell of a start right now on her SmackDown debut. She showed up once before on this brand to go face to face with Winter right before WrestleMania. But now she is proving no worries at all. Exploder suplex there into the turnbuckle. Becky Lynch is back to her old ways. Becky Lynch in total control of Summer Rae and into a second disarmer. Summer now still with nowhere to go. Becky sat down on the arm so Summer can't move, and that's the submission. Thank you and good night, Summer Rae. That is how you make a SmackDown debut. Congratulations to Becky Lynch. Welcome to SmackDown. And let's hope it's a successful time on you for the last kicker. A good win there. And she may have staked her claim. Oh, what a surprise. She shows up and she goes right to the woman she beat at WrestleMania for that title. But Becky Lynch is a fighter. Becky Lynch is going to stare in the face of the woman who beat her and go toe-to-toe with her. Becky from up high there, going right on Winter, who just defended a championship of Money in the Bank against AJ Lee. Look at Becky go, though. She is determined. Oh, no. I was about to say she's determined to try and show that Winter can't get the best of her. But the drive-by kick sends Becky down. And now she is in big trouble, maybe. No, wait, she's quick to fight back. And Winter now in trouble. Sent her to the turnbuckle. Becky's still got the fight in her. In the corner, Exploder suplex. The Exploder suplex there. Will Becky Lynch try for the disarmer now? Will she try and lock it in here? On Winter, this is incredible. The fight here being delivered to Winter. Becky Lynch. She is standing face to face with a woman who may be the reason why Becky Lynch cannot capture the Raw Women's Championship. And she's going to take flight against her. Becky Lynch now. Suicide dive. Oh my God, both women are down. Becky up to her feet though. Wow. Wow. What a debut. Becky Lynch proving that Winter... proving she is not afraid of her. She is not afraid of Winter anymore. This is Becky Lynch's time. This is Becky Lynch's SmackDown. That was incredible to witness. Welcome back. The old Becky Lynch. And is this the Becky Lynch that can secure herself a second Women's Championship? We will find out. Hopefully at SummerSlam, because I am down for a rematch between those two women. Ladies and gentlemen, the main event may be on its way up next. There it is right there, as you can see. Kenny Omega against Shinsuke Nakamura for the Intercontinental Championship. That may be on its way, but there's something else that's on its way as well. Up next, we hear from the man who at Money in the Bank made history. From the man who stayed in the face of adversity, stayed face to face with the Beast, and came out on top. The man who has been WWE Champion now for 369 days, to the best of my knowledge, maybe 368. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Bobby Fish. We've already seen him once tonight, but here he is with a new title to boot. Bobby Fish heading towards the ring with something to say. Look at that new title though, that is looking incredible around his waist. I'd love to know why he's got that title around, why he's got that new belt. Clearly the Undisputed title, the old title was a lovely look, but seems as if Fish is, maybe it's a changing of the times with him reaching a full year. It's time to change out the belt for a new one. Bobby Fish, though, here tonight, not with a match to have, but rather something to say in regards to what's going on SmackDown, and maybe in regards to Kyle O'Reilly himself. Even with that new WWE Championship to boot, Fish makes sure it's not taking up any of the spotlight there, as he focuses it right on himself. Bobby Fish now talking about Money in the Bank, and usually I don't agree with what Fish says, but I can't help it. I would brag up that situation. He's just been WWE Champion for over a year, and Fish still talking about it. Still mentioning how incredible an achievement it is to walk through the likes of Punk, Lesnar. That's not much of a surprise. He's gone through everyone. And there's the name right that he saves right until the end to talk about. Kyle O'Reilly. And Fish downplaying him again. Trying to make sure that no one deserves to cheer for O'Reilly. There's no focus that should be put on O'Reilly. Fish literally labeling him a failure. Fish, you're a great man. You're a great wrestler. But you're still just wrong. And there's the response to earlier as well. Fish saying, you want a Dangerous Alliance member? Fine. you can have them both next week in a handicap match. And if you can get through them, maybe Bobby Fish will think about giving him a match at SummerSlam. What a surprise. The WWE Champion has made it this far now. He's made it to day 365 and he just wants to protect his legacy. He wants to rid himself of the closest challenger possible. And as we can clearly tell, that is Kyle O'Reilly. Bobby Fish, clearly, with O'Reilly under his skin right now, I think he's going to crack under the pressure, in all honesty. I mean, you know, he's setting up this cocky wall right now. You know, he's going on about, oh, maybe I'll let you have a match at SummerSlam. That's, in a way, typical Bobby Fish. He's always acted that way so long as he has Henry and Reigns to look after him. And they did it earlier tonight. But at the same time, can he really rely on them time and time again? Is the key point to make here. Can he really have them supporting his back through every single corner? I don't know. I don't know if he can. Fish is gonna get... I think Fish is in a situation now where he's made that 1 year. He's so confident, he's so cocky with everything going his way, that the moment Kyle O'Reilly's going to send pressure, going to send some worry his way, he's going to start to crack. The signs are going to show, and I'm not saying Kyle O'Reilly's going to win the WWE Championship, but I'm saying if he's given the opportunity, he easily would come within an inch of winning that title. It's possible. But right now, that's for next week. That's for a different time. As for right now, we focus on the Intercontinental Championship that is up for grabs. We focus on this title right here. The cleaner, the king of the ring, Kenny Omega, to square off one-on-one against Shinsuke Nakamura. His first defense of that Intercontinental Championship. Will it be a successful one for Nakamura as Boston sings along to the song of Nakamura? The king of the ring meets the king of strong style in this Smackdown main event. Nakamura being a great Intercontinental Champion already, I would say, and Omega truly a huge test for this man. Nakamura may have been undefeated on SmackDown since arriving. Yes, he lost at a pay-per-view, but it was not on SmackDown, so that counts. Can Kenny Omega hand him his first loss on the SmackDown show? It might be easier said than done though, because you even look at his time on Raw, and Nakamura, when he was the World Heavyweight Champion, when he was Mr. Money in the Bank, was damn near unstoppable over there as well. Nakamura had an incredible time in this universe, and hoping that it continues on here against Kenny Omega and as the Intercontinental Champion. Nakamura set to do battle. Can he pull out victory? I think he's got a strong chance, given the fact that Omega was in Money in the Bank a few nights ago. He bled heavily as well in the event, so immediately he's not going to be 100%. I did say there was a possibility that Omega could look a bit like a knob, that he could have bitten off more than he can chew, when he decided to go not only after Money in the Bank, but after Shinsuke Nakamura as well. We'll see if I'll eat my words right now, but Omega certainly in the zone, certainly ready for this main event. His eyes locked onto Nakamura. What a main event this one's destined to be, I think. Two competitors who just plain and simple do not like one another. Omega fired the first shot when he attacked Nakamura, whatever it was, 2 weeks ago, I think, before Nakamura was set to go one-on-one against Ricochet. And then, from then on really, and even really before then, Omega was always finding a way to try and disrespect champions, disrespect Nakamura. It is time to prove who is the true king on SmackDown. And the Intercontinental Championship goes to the winner. It goes to the real king. Let's find out who's going to hold that right. Your main event of SmackDown is underway. Omega and Nakamura And oh, great start there by Omega. Lands his feet on the German suplex and goes straight to work now on Nakamura's leg. Trying to take the Kinshasa away from him right from the bat. That is smart by Omega. You go after the legs of Nakamura, you take away a lot of his offense. But Omega also looking to show off his incredible strength. Deadlift German suplex. Into the cover he goes, but Nakamura still with it's far too early in the match to even hope for a 3 count against Nakamura. Clothesline there. And down goes Kenny Omega, but he's right back up to his feet. Oh, what a knee in the gut. Jesus Christ. You saw he was running at him with force and just stopped in his tracks like a brick, really. Like he ran into a brick wall. And Nakamura, though, he's unable to get anything going. This is how this matchup's going to go. It's just going to be back and forth by both men. Trading blows, trading moves with one another. Until the end makes its way around. Nakamura, oh my god, powerbomb! What a move by Nakamura! I was talking about how on ECW I'd never seen anyone counter an Enziguri into a German suplex, which I think was done by Tony Nese, I think. And Nakamura just proved that even further. He just countered that into a powerbomb. Up high now in a gorilla press. Nakamura counters out of it. Omega gives up his back and teleports down to the floor. Pretty normal. Teleports back up to his feet. German suplex. Welcome to WWE 2K17 is what I was supposed to say there. Nakamura right now doing a good job here, keeping Omega down, and those hard knees into the skull only going to soften it, only to cause more damage. Whenever Nakamura decides to hit that Kinshasa, it doesn't matter who you are. Certainly, that was illustrated by the man himself, by the beast, Brock Lesnar. Even Lesnar fell to a Kinshasa. And it took 4 fish hooks to end him at Money in the Bank. It only took 2 Kinshasas to get that Intercontinental Championship away from him at the Great American Bash. Omega doing a good job right now of holding his own. What a running knee there. Omega sends Nakamura down. And now the cleaner may be the one in control. Is the disrespect on its way? I thought it was going to be a Styles Clash. It's not to be. Sit out powerbomb there. It's like a last ride as well with the way he grabs onto Nakamura's attire before sending him down. Rock bottom there. By Kenny Omega. Into the cover he goes now. There's a good... Oh, no, only a 1 count. Still very early days in this one. And Omega wearing down Nakamura here. Trying to slow the pace down. Trying to take the momentum. Trying to take the fast-paced offense away from Nakamura, but it's only short-lived. Nakamura quick to fight out of it. And here goes the King of Strong Style now. From behind, Exploder suplex, countered by Omega. What a reversal there by Kenny Omega. And now the King of the Ring is back in control in this one. Seesaw main event right now. Not a clue who could walk out with that Intercontinental Championship. Omega has something in mind here, though. Oh, boy. Omega, we literally just saw this with Becky Lynch. Oh, Nakamura hits hard into the mat. And here goes Kenny Omega. In position, ready to fly. And he does just that. Clears the top rope with ease. And down onto the Intercontinental Champion. Beautiful landing there by Nakamura. Sorry, by Omega even. Is Nakamura, though, in big trouble? No. In fact, Nakamura is quick to counter right out of it. This is... what a main event. That's all that can really be said right now. What a main event. So much back and forth action going on. But Nakamura showing his way right now. Taking a long time to get Omega back up to his feet. And Omega uses that to his advantage. Oh, well, he's into the announce table now. Probably not where he wanted to go, but it's where he's ended up. Knee in the gut, and he sends Nakamura right back into the ring now. Omega heads into it. Heads back into the ring with control in the moment. Choking out Nakamura now. He's going out on the apron here. Nice swanton splash there. by Kenny Omega, and once more he's going to try and use the top rope to his advantage here. Omega 450, no! Nakamura moves out of the way at the last moment. And look at that, locking in the arm there. An arm triangle on Kenny Omega, yanking that arm, trying to tear it out of socket. But it's a good counter by Omega to get out of it. Spinning heel kick there, kind of like a beauty shot in a way. But Omega continues to go to work here, continues to take it to Nakamura. Looked like he was maybe looking for the one-winged angel there, not too sure about that. And again though, Omega lands on his feet from an attempted back suplex. Oh, backstabber there. And Omega looking to quickly capitalize in the cover for the title. Will he win it? No. Nakamura out at 2. But Omega still fighting. This is very strong thus far from Kenny Omega. Trying his all to secure victory. What a drop kick. And this matchup continues on here. Oh, that running knee in the face. Drilled Nakamura. Can it win him the Intercontinental title? No, Nakamura still kicking out. This is what a main event we are witnessing. Nearly 10 minutes this has gone on and still just as fast paced as it was when the bell rang. Fireman's carry neck breaker, and Omega could be in trouble now. Very surprised to see Nakamura choosing to slow down the pace, but maybe he's got something in mind. It was certainly, well, he's going to work on the head, but only a slight wrench on the neck, really, in all things considered, the one Nakamura to the vast majority of moves Nakamura's done in this match. From behind now, Nakamura, German suplex. He nails another one onto Omega. And is Nakamura signaling that the end is on its way there? Maybe so, but Omega seems to think otherwise. Quick to counter. Oh my god, is he going to go for the one-winged angel? Up in the electric chair position. No, wait. Oh god, into a German suplex. What a move by Omega, but Nakamura kicks out. Spectacular. Electric chair into a deadlift German. What strength by Omega. First time we've seen him do that in this universe. And Nakamura is still in trouble. We haven't even seen a Kinshasa yet by this man. Omega almost all over the Intercontinental Champion. Oh, I thought he might go for the exploder suplex. And kind of went on the neck there more than anything. Gonna hope for something here, and there's a counter by Omega again. He's reading Nakamura so well right now. Nakamura sends Omega to the outside though. Uh-oh. Back on the outside we are. Dangerous territory for both men. Omega done very little right now, just kind of staying on the mat there, but there's a counter out of it. What will we see here? He's got him in position. Oh! The back of Nakamura slammed into that barricade. Omega trying to soften the back, I think, now ahead of the one-winged angel. Say what you will, this is smart by the King of the Ring. He knows exactly what he's doing to wear down Nakamura. And it could be a success. Spins him round. Nope. Might be looking for that electric chair deadlift German combo again. Omega lands the German suplex again, though. Incredible athleticism. Given how long this match has gone on, but you could see they wanted that deadlift German. He just, that electric, that combo, but he just couldn't get it. Too worn out. Nakamura's given him a hell of a fight thus far, and this match continues on. Up on that top rope. Oh my god, Nakamura from up high, landslide, and he nails it down. Sticks the landing for good measure. What a move by Shinsuke Nakamura, and this is the opening that Nakamura needs to hold on to that title. That leaping knee. He didn't get all of it though. Omega fell early. I think Omega only caught a bit of that knee. But a bit of it may be enough for Nakamura to hang on. Irish whip. Omega ducks under. And went for something there. Nakamura counters it. Kick in the gut. Nakamura. Kinshasa. And into the cover with 1, 2, and 3. Shinsuke Nakamura. Still your Intercontinental Champion in an absolutely incredible main event. Wow. What a main event that was. Omega eats his words though, but even after Money in the Bank, even after all he gave in that matchup, he very, very nearly beat Nakamura. All may not be done between these two men. But as for right now, it is Shinsuke Nakamura who celebrates. Shinsuke Nakamura who retains the Intercontinental Championship. And I'm receiving word in my ear right now as Nakamura celebrates his victory. It has been signed. Next week, however, there is a tweak. Next week's main event, Kyle O'Reilly will face the Dangerous Alliance, but with a partner of his choosing. And if he can't find a partner, it's going to be a handicap match. We'll see what will happen in regard to that next week on Smackdown. That's going to be your main event. So be sure to tune in for that. Of course, don't forget as well, WWE Tag Team titles will be on the line. The Ascension against the Revival. But right now, congratulations to Nakamura. Great work on another great main event Smackdown. Knocking it out of the park. And proving just why they are potentially the brand to beat in other people's eyes. Meanwhile, if you want a great show, don't worry. ECW next week, we've got you covered. I'll end this episode of Universe. Thank you guys for watching. Take care, guys, and ta-ra.